We're traveling to 8 cities across Africa to find bold, innovative entrepreneurs tackling real-world challenges head-on. Each city's winner will advance to the finale in Mauritius to compete for investment. Today, our journey brings us to Kigali, Rwanda, the land of 1,000 hills. A vibrant city where visionaries tackle some of the world's toughest problems with creativity and technology. At the center of it all is the ALX Ventures City Accelerator, where the city's top minds are shaping the future. This accelerator is more than a launch pad. It's a hub for creating jobs, driving innovation, and building the skills needed for a tech-driven world. With support from dedicated mentors, each founder is refining their vision, preparing for a pitch that could change everything. The stakes are high and the pressure is up. Welcome to the Do Hard Things Challenge. Let's meet our entrepreneurs. First up is Kelvin from Minetech, who is looking to create a revolutionary new tool for the mining industry.
I describe myself as an analytical person and also someone who has that dream inside him that everything that he gets, he has to give the society back, and which was like one of the main pillars of me building Minetech. So how I do describe the Do Hard Things Challenge, it's an intense competition. As here in Rwanda, we are like over 50 innovators that were in the accelerator. But being part of the top 3 also shows like work we've been putting into since last year, December.
So ALX Ventures has a 3-step process. So we have the Founder Academy, we have the accelerator, and what I usually call the launchpad. So the Founders Academy is for early stage entrepreneurs. During the accelerator, we accelerate their ventures. Then after the accelerator, we enter the 3rd phase, which is launching their ventures into the marketplace. That's when you can do a product day, demo day, a launch party to launch their products into the marketplace.
Greetings, my name is Kelvin Riwhimba. I'm the founder and CEO of Minetech, the background experience in applied geoscience, and I'm here today standing as a voice of 2.7 million workers that die in heavy industries due to work-related accidents. The reactive solutions that occur in these industries not only take lives of people, but also charges a lot of bill to these companies, which means there is need of new solution. What if we can bring a solution that predicts accidents while optimizing operations? This is what Minetech does, where we are providing fast mining industry solutions that uses real-time safety monitoring with predictive analysis using advanced sensors that do not need Wi-Fi, network, and electricity, and provide underground condition and help companies predict hazards in real time. How are we doing this? With our on-ground devices able to capture data, we feed it into our spatial engines, and our spatial engines provide reports through our software that has an inbuilt-in ERP system, which helps the client to see the ground stability analysis, hazard assessments, to resource management and remote site controls, and predictive maintenance. We are targeting mining companies and insurance companies with a total addressable market of 44 billion, charging them from subscription plan, third API integration, leasing and upfront cost and installments. We've already deployed our ERP software system, and with our hardware that have been tested positive in lab and on field with the contract that we got with Etmin, Komikaji, and other 15 large-scale mining companies on our waiting list with just $9,000 that we have raised. And being backed by this organization, we are with this team with a background from software engineering, mining, geology, to machine learning. And why do we lose our lives while trying to earn a living? Minetech, we can help you protect your workers while optimizing your operations. Thank you.
Will Kelvin's bold idea get the judges' hearts racing? Let's hear what they think.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Your actual technology itself that you have, this box that you have there, so you said it doesn't require electricity, it doesn't require Wi-Fi. So tell us a little bit more of how this works.
When developing this solution, we had to think first Which market are we addressing? We are addressing the Rwandan and African market, through which we have a large artisanal mining companies that doesn't have electricity underground and network coverage. So we came up with this solution that uses radio frequencies, with the low radio frequencies that uses 40 to 400 kilohertz. We're able to build a mesh network that can be able to distribute data from underground to the surface and then upload it to our spatial engines. Plus, we are using lithium-ion batteries that is replaceable in 10 years.
Okay.
Making it...
Got it. So radio frequency mesh networking. And what is it actually measuring?
Sorry?
What are you actually measuring?
So actually, we are measuring from environmental condition to ground stability movements. Environmental, I'm talking to the levels of CO2, level of oxygen, and toxic gases. And for the ground monitoring, we are just consulting the total forces that are being exacted on the tunnel that could bring a lot of stress on the tunnel to cause it to collapse.
Got it.
Is that proprietary technology? Is that your tech?
Sure.
No one can copy it?
We have an IP for it.
Is it? Do you have the patents for it?
Yeah, we've applied for a patent for it, and now it's been 3 days. They have backed for us. We received it on Wednesday.
Awesome.
Next up is Paul Dominion from LadX, who is looking to solve an all too common logistical problem across the continent.
I describe myself as someone who is naturally a problem solver. My natural response to a challenge would be, it's just another game. There's a way out. How do we find our way out? The problem of sending items within African country was a problem I've experienced firsthand, and I wanted to start there. But just starting there alone was not going to cut it off for me. I had to put in the work to get the result. I had to prove that my idea was going to work, and this is where the Do Hard Thing challenge really came into play, because now I was pushed to go out of my comfort zone. We want to be able to help people all around Africa to send and receive items seamlessly. We want to be able to help travelers to make so much while they travel. And winning this challenge will help us. It's a right step in the right direction to help us get to this goal.
I think you'll have a lot of passionate people, you'll have a lot of creative people, but the ones I'm looking for primarily and ones I like to invest in are operators. And those are people who actually will take their idea and turn them into a reality.
Hi, my name is Paul Dominion. January this year, I came to Rwanda from Nigeria. I needed to send some documents, less than 1 kg, and I went online. The cheapest option I saw was for 376 euros. This is approximately $400. We realized that the price of sending items within one African country to another is 10 times more expensive than sending from Africa to Europe. Every single day, so many people travel within different African countries with so much unused luggage spaces. So we created the platform LadX. This is a platform that connects travelers to people who want to send things and allows the travelers to make money while they travel, the senders to send things faster and cheaper. If a user comes on the platform, which is live, you go to ladex.africa, you're going to be asked to register, and you'll be asked if you're a sender or a traveler. Now, for both the senders and the travelers, to ensure security, we have strong KYC process for the both of them. But the travelers get to tell us how much kg they are willing to carry and at what price. Now, the travelers also give us full details of their flights, when they're traveling from where to where, and every other information that we'll be requiring. A traveler's profile is created. The travelers get to be ranked based on previous trips they've done. Each traveler has higher recommendation or ranking, depends on the level of verification that we're able to get. Our total addressable market is about 1.9 billion tons of goods that is being sent annually globally. But in Africa, we're currently focused on West Africa to East Africa, where we have about 2.1 million tons of goods that is being sent. The African logistic market is expected to grow to about $344 billion by 2030. So we have a large market. Our business model is simple. We make 30% from each transaction that happens on the LadX platform. With LadX, we've been able to help senders send items not at 376 euros per kg, but as little as $4 per kg. In less than 4 months of operation, we've been able to move 502 kg of items within Lagos and Kigali, and we've paid a total of 3.1 million Rwandan francs to our travelers. We've currently been able to partner with 2 travel agencies. We have 2 paid employees and have created 15 indirect employment. These are very good recommendations from both travelers and senders who have used our platform. I'm working with an amazing team, experienced both in logistics, full stack engineer, and social media marketers. Thank you.
Paul Dominion's pitch is as bold as her vision. Will the judges see enough potential?
So you mentioned you get a 30% commission. What's the average, what's the average basket size or full revenue for each of those trips?
We make around $60 per 23 kg for each traveler.
So $60 is what you're taking, or the total value?
The total profit.
That's what you're taking. That's
Yes.
the 30%.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you think the airlines are going to feel about your business?
That's a very good question. We've had conversations with some airlines like Rwanda Air and Kenya Airways. They're very happy about the system in itself. At first, they stated their concern about people using our platform to send things that are illicit. So what we're doing is to partner with, for Nigeria, we have Sanko. Sanko is the Skyway Aviation check-in company. They are the ones who check the luggages each traveler travel with. It is not done by the airline. So when we get Sanko partnership, verifying each package we're sending, they're good.
So you have an independent verification so that you can verify that the goods are okay to send?
Oh yes, but at the moment, we don't just do the sender and the traveler directly. Each item comes to LadX first. We verify the content of the item and before giving it to a traveler. And of recent, we've unlocked another new market, which is Lagos to Uganda.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our final hopefuls are Eric and Derek, with a revolutionary idea of power generation.
What makes us unique or cool at this moment is we are recycling the energy that is actually currently in the atmosphere, and we are using it to provide electricity to the mass and to the public.
This innovation comes because of the place I have been growing up. My first time I decided to work on it, it was high time for me when I started to do my first prototype. Without money, without any support, without pattern. When I told my mom, she rejected me. She didn't believe in me.
The future of Wavapower is to be energy source to the whole of the world. Currently, we have so many gaps from the rural to the urban areas, and we believe also the people in the rural areas should have a fighting chance and have access to electricity.
So I love when a founder can identify a unique problem and then articulate it to me in a way that connects with me, despite the fact that I'm not from Africa.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Ndekezi. I'm a co-founder at Wavapower, and my colleague is called Ndekezi. For centuries, Africa has been called a dark continent due to unreliable electricity. Even now, with the global tech advancement, changing the way we connect and live, many African cities and rural areas still lack access to clean, modern, and reliable power. The current reason that we are facing in Africa is outdated and reliable power grid systems, global warming by use of fossil fuel. Even with the use of fossil fuel is also affecting some of the energy sources like hydroelectric power, and also increase of pricing in renewable energy and other power sources. 733 million right now currently still have lack of access to electricity. 80% of them are in the rural areas, and currently we are emitting 100 megatons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere by using fossil fuel as a backup for the national grid. We are supplying affordable electricity through the collecting of energy from radio frequencies, waves. The radio frequency waves are currently just for mobile technologies, Wi-Fi, TV, and radio broadcast. How it works, step one, the signal is captured by the antenna that is placed in the house. Second step is the signal is converted into the system that we place into the house that converts the energy into AC, DC, and then from there the system will create 1 kilowatt per hour. We have our system that's called Wavapower. We want to put also a communication module where it will buy electricity, and also it has a battery for backup. Use cases, what we shared before is the home. Second, we have IoT devices, advisably like smoke detectors, fire alarms. Revenue model is cash payment for the product and installation. We'll also want to create a financial module where people can buy for installments. We also have a pricing structure where people will buy electricity, what they want to consume ideally, and also a structure where we can also put technicians and maintenance systems to continue. Market analysis at the moment right now, we're seeing the overall global renewable growth in the market goes into 1.5 billion, and our targeted market is around 312 million. Our competition averagely, as you can see, we have the national grid. Above, we have the oil, the kerosene and charcoal, which are eco-hostile. Below, averagely, we find ourselves more affordable and also friendly. Our key differentiators at the moment is the mode of distribution is wireless. The radio waves are travel speed of light. Radio waves are recyclable and renewable solar energy. Our targeted market is B2B, households, businesses, institutions, and B2C. Our ask is 30,000, so I was saying 20% go to 10 higher. Profit R&D will be 40%, compliance 20%, and lab and office equipment at 20%. Our traction currently, we have done a minimum viable products, which we stated at Gicumbi, the northern area. We chose that because it's a bit distance, and we're using AM frequencies to harness the energy. We joined the ALX program where we grow in business, and currently we're trying to develop a market fit product and also an IoT system. And this is our team. We are 4 of team, and this is the innovator, Derek, here currently. And we have 2 others who are supporting. Derek in the initial phase, and for me, I'm doing the business and also the development structure. Thank you very much, and hope you can help us solve our program. Thank you.
Power generation through radio frequencies, certainly a novel idea, but will the judges see value in their vision or find it too risky?
What's this?
This is the prototype. It's a small prototype just to show a demo.
This is the antenna to capture radio frequency. After that, it comes with this coil in series and parallel for conversion from RFE2 DC current, then this tube for this bottle, and this capacitor transformer used to boost it or to amplify it, then you generate output current without any battery or other power supply by using only radio frequency in the sky. That is the prototype for how the product works.
And so the idea is to power what type of thing? Light bulbs?
So now, we can produce 1 to 10 kilowatts. We can generate power like house for 6 bulbs, TV and radio. That's some basic need.
Okay. So in a theoretical system, in what you're going to be selling, you think you can generate 1 to 10 kilowatts constantly?
Yeah. But also because of the radio frequency in the sky, you have a battery there to keep that electricity for instance.
And what's your target price per unit that you're aiming for?
In the initial phase, we're looking at 150, give or take.
How come no one else has done this?
It has been done. I think there's a Zimbabwean called Maxwell Chivukula. It's called Safe Technologies. His energy is perpetual and defeats the 3rd law of thermodynamics, according to what he stated on the video currently. And for us, we are in the same category, but also we're trying to see how we can validate our system and also see how we can quantify it and then get our trade secret if to state.
In the Do Hard Things Challenge, creative ideas can spark incredible opportunities, but only if the judges believe in them. Whose idea most impressed the judges?
Minetech has a fun form factor. They have a fun device that I think has a lot of potential, but I didn't hear a lot from them on what they've actually done, testing that they've done, and how that actually saves mining workers.
In the case of LadX, I think it's a problem that both resonates with both of us as normal people traveling around Africa and having friends who are traveling around Africa. So I think it really connected with me because everyone has a guy somewhere that brings stuff into a country, brings stuff from another market where you can't get access to a certain item. Everyone does that. That's how we live. The problem there definitely makes sense to me.
Thank you all for coming today, and thank you for presenting your ideas. And it's great to see all the progress you've made. Long deliberation, but at 3rd place, we have Wavapower. I think that the problem you guys are solving is a big one. I'll tell you, I work in the energy space as well, and it's a big challenge. Like rural electrification, really hard, and I think that the problem you have that you're working on is definitely worth working on. The solution you have with radio frequencies, it's a tough one. And I think that you guys, listen, I say go for it. I think figure out, I love the progress that you guys have made. My biggest feedback is I want to see traction. Get into the field and actually get someone to want to pay for this power. I think the moment you have that, this starts to become very, very interesting. But very, very important problem to work on. We need to see more traction. We need to see that technical feasibility that it's going to work. First place.
So first place was a very tough decision between the two of you. Thank you for your pitches and your efforts. We decided to go with LadX in first place. And I think feedback for both of you, very great presentations, impressive products. I think with LadX, we were really moved by the traction and showing that operational skill and ability to execute was demonstrated well in the presentation. And I think with you, I would encourage you to really represent in your presentation the progress you're making, testing you're doing, growth in those areas, because it's hard for us to understand, okay, what have you done already? What's going on? What customers do you already have? What's the wait list like? I would encourage you to really bring that to the front of your pitch moving forward. But great job to everyone.
Validation is very important. I don't think validation should stop, or the lack of validation should stop anybody, but just by being human, if you don't get the validation you need when you need it, it can sometimes, just discourage the entrepreneur.
The judges' feedback were very relevant. The main point of their feedbacks were around how do you communicate important information about your business in the shortest amount of time. It's very important as a founder to know how to take what you did and convert that into a story that a stranger can understand or can relate to. If in Rwanda the competition was this tough, I can imagine what is going to happen when literally the MVPs are competing. This is it's like the Champions League for entrepreneurship in Africa. And when you have champions compete, you have to raise the bar. But I'm pretty confident about Rwanda.
Today, the stakes were high and the tension was real. Congratulations to LadX. We'll see you in Mauritius. Join us next time for more passion, innovation, and big decisions at the Do Hard Things Challenge.